we have really flipped the way that women are and think that if the women don't have those qualifications, then they're not a true woman and they're not valuable, you know? It is the actual opposite, because all of these qualifications, all of these empowerments, all of these women have to be tough and strong and work out in the gym and have all these muscles and be tough. You know, you acting like a man. What do you want to be? You want to be a man?
Innocent love. Innocent love.
Hello everyone, this is Geoffrey Henderson. Thank you so much for coming to our YouTube channel, Innocent Love. Really appreciate them. We are back with another video, and we apologize for the last couple of weeks that we haven't released a video yet, and the reason why is because we were really focusing on our last video that we released last week, which was actually a film. It was our second episode of our love story, and we really had to focus on finalizing it, so we were really filming almost every day and trying to get all the scenes done, and we decided to skip a few days of filming these videos in order to really focus on the love story, you know. So but now we are back and everything is back to normal, and with that said, guys, today I'm going to talk about a message which is called "Why is Women Empowerment Wrong?" Okay, now a lot of women out there are going to be very offended by that, but I'm going to be saying, but I'm also going to give a positive message of why it's wrong, and also what the alternative for a woman should be. Okay, so with that said, I wanna start talking about the general idea of women empowerment and where it actually really came from, you know. And like I said, I could be wrong in certain areas, so with that said, I apologize ahead of time. You know, I'm not an expert in all of that stuff, but I'm trying to learn by observing and seeing a few things regarding that, okay? And one of the things that I have learned is in our society today that and in many families, and I'm going to be talking from the Western world because that's just the best way I can explain it. I don't know what's going on in other countries, but I believe that the people have a different mindset than the people that are in the Western world, okay? Western world, I mean mostly like the United States, maybe part of Europe, but mostly the United States, what I'm talking about, okay? One of the things that I always hear that parents say to their children, especially when they're very young and they're looking for guidance, you know? They say to their parents, or they say to their children, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything, okay? If you want to do something, then go get it.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. You want something, go get it. Period.
Okay, it could be to a girl or to a guy, even to a boy, you know, don't matter. But this is women empowerment, okay? And what happens is that they're gonna get all this motivation, and I honestly say, you know, it is not wrong to motivate your child. You know, you should encourage your child, and you should give them a sign of a goal in their life, okay, that they can thrive through, okay? But what happens is that when sometimes the parents say to their child, don't let anybody tell you can't do anything, and you know, you can achieve anything you want, you know, just follow your heart and follow your dreams, and nothing and no one can stop you.
We have to always be extraordinary, but somehow we're always doing it wrong.
What does this really put in the mindset of a child? What does it tell the child, you know? And with that said, we're going to talk about a girl. She thinks, especially as she grows up, that she is invincible, that she can do anything she wants, and that she cannot fail. She cannot fail. And what happens is that something happens and the woman fails. the woman is going to be completely, or let's go back to the child for now. The child is going to be completely confused of why she failed. She was always told all of her life that she would never fail and that no one can tell her anything, just to follow her heart and do whatever, and she will reach her goal. And something happens and it doesn't work that way. The girl is going to be confused and feels like that she was been lied to, that it is not true. And what happens is that she may go back and blame the parent, that you lied to me, that you told me all these things, and now I cannot really be that person that you told me that I could be, that no one can stop me. I'm not getting it. I'm failing. Why is this happening to me? And the woman is going to be totally confused. And as a girl grows up and turns into a woman, and let's say, for example, that certain things does work out, and certain things really happen the way they've been taught. They've been taught that, no one can stop you. You can achieve anything you want.
It's time for you to pursue what you really want.
And the woman gets all this encouragement and motivation, and she actually succeeds in all the things that she's been taught, especially as a child, since childhood, and she actually achieves all of these things. What's going to happen now is that her ego, her pride, and her heart is going to grow with that. Not only her achievement, but also her ego and her pride. Because guess what? We are human beings. We are sinful creatures, okay? And we are getting very prideful of a lot of things in our lives when we achieve. Some men get prideful when they get muscles that want to show off in the mirror and show it on social media. And guess what? I do it too, okay? I am not innocent in that, So I'm just gonna put it out there, I do it too, and I have to repent, okay? But we are, as human beings, we are really prone of boasting if we achieve in anything, okay? But we are talking about women empowerment, okay? And what happens is that as a female, because they're succeeding, they're gonna get more and more and more prideful, okay? Where else does this happen? Where is woman empowerment also coming from, other than the parents telling their children? Because the parents also have to have gotten it from somewhere. Maybe they got it from their parents. Maybe they've been influenced through the media. And that's the other thing I want to talk about, is that we are seeing so many videos, so many movies, where women are portrayed as very strong beings. We have these superhero movies, Marvel, Wonder Woman, and this female empowerment in so many things, And back in the days, and female empowerment really started in the early days. It didn't just start now in the 21st century. It started even back in the days. But for some reason, it was kind of like a little more innocent, I don't know what it was, but back then it was a little more innocent. But now it's like different, Now it's like, if there's no woman in the movie and the woman is not portrayed strong, then the woman or the audience, especially the female audience, they're gonna get offended and saying, why are you portraying this woman so weak? What you're making fun of women, Women now think that if they're portrayed weak in any kind of media, in any kind of film, that it actually is an insult to them. And I'm going to argue that, I'm going to debunk that by saying that this is absolutely not true. We have really, as a society, we have lost the definition of a woman is supposed to be and what a woman's strength is supposed to portray. We think that a woman's strength is supposed to portray this masculinity and tough, and you can do whatever you want, and you can strive, and you can achieve anything, and no one can stop you, and you don't need a man, you don't need to depend upon a man, and all these things, and women think that this is their identity. They think that this is who they are, and if they don't have these qualifications, then they're not a woman. They're not a true woman. And what happens is that we have now switched, and we have now have a mindset. I'm not a female right now, but as a female, they have now the mindset, if they don't have this qualification, then they're not a true woman. And then what happens is it's like a snowball effect, you know. It's basically now they're spreading it to other people, they're spreading it to their children. The children are growing up with the same mindset of, if I don't have this qualification, then I'm not a real woman. And from the childhood, those kids are being deceived, those girls are being deceived of not knowing a true definition of a woman and what a woman is supposed to be. Okay? We have to go back to the foundation. We have to go back to how women used to be back in the days. You know, where women are supposed to be quiet, calm, humble, peaceful, loving, supporting, nurturing, caring, submissive. All these things are qualification for a true woman. And many women are going to be offended by that. They're going to say that, no, I'm not going to be like that. I want to be this tough woman who knows everything and I can do whatever I want and I don't need a man, and if I can achieve everything in my life, and I'm strong and I am strong. And you know, they have all these songs where women are being boosted up. You know, some of those songs are from Beyonce when she talks about, you know, what is that song called? You know, if you want it, then you should put a ring on it, or something like that, you know. But basically, the woman is being puffed up, you know, saying that, you know, like her ego being puffed up, you know, by saying that basically, well, if you want me, then you should put a ring on it, you know. Kind of like, really, like, it's giving the female this entitlement that if you don't marry me, then you don't deserve me, then go away, you know. Of course, marrying a woman is a beautiful thing. We should do that, you know, as men. But what I'm saying is that it became a entitlement, like a privilege, you know, that they're the prize. They're being buffed up like they're the prize, you know. I can go on and on and on and say so many things regarding women who are being puffed up in so many ways, you know. They think that because they're so beautiful that they can just put themselves out there as the prize, as a reward in a relationship. And men actually being stupid enough and dumb enough to fall for it and actually, you know, liking all these pages, you know, giving the woman more ego, you know, and puffing them up, you know. And it's just, oh gosh, there's so much I can talk about, you know. And we really have to go back to the way women used to be, you know. It is not wrong. It is a beautiful thing. And this is what I want to talk about at last, is we have really flipped the way that women are, and think that if the women don't have those qualifications, then they're not a true woman and they're not valuable, you know. It is the actual opposite, because all of these qualifications, all of these empowerments, all of these women have to be tough and strong and work out in the gym and have all these muscles and be tough. You know, you acting like a man. What do you want to be? You want to be a man? Listen, now women gonna say, oh, what are you saying? Are you saying that we cannot be like this? We have to be like this? Yes, because you are a female and you are actually destroying your identity. You're doing all the things that a man is supposed to do. You know, we have to go back to the principle. We have to go back to the biblical terms of what a man and what a female is supposed to be. And I believe that's why there's so much confusion going on, where women don't know their identity. They got all these transgenders. They don't know whether they're female or male, and they say, I can be my own identity. The reason why they don't know that is because they're acting like a freaking man. So no wonder you're confused and don't know who you are, you know? And then people are talking about, like, you know, like, well, how do you know that I'm a man? I could be a female. Like, I mean, God made it so simple. Okay, and us trying to rationalize what gender we are, we acting so stupid. Okay, you have a penis, you're a man. You have a vagina, you're a woman. Period. Okay, no matter what your agenda is, no matter what you're thinking, no matter what you have in your mindset, no matter how you've been taught, no matter your feelings in your heart, or I feel like I'm supposed to be a man even though I'm a woman, so I'm gonna cut my breast off. You know, no. Stop violating God's law. God made certain laws, and the reason why we acting the way we do is because we as human beings don't want to be taught. That's the main reason. We hate people telling us what to do. We hate God telling us what to do. And because we hate what God tells us to do, we do all kinds of things. We're mixing things up. We're acting like a woman even though we are man. We're acting like a man even though we are a woman. We're saying to ourselves that I'm a man even though I'm a woman, or vice versa. And because of my feelings, we don't want to listen to God anymore. Okay, that's the main problem. Okay, you are a woman, so be humble, be kind, be gentle, be loving, be supportive to your man. Be a woman, be dependent upon your man. I know that things are tough financially. We all have to work now, but I am really, me personally, I'm trying to put myself in a situation where Sherry can lean more on me, even financially. When she needs something, I want to be able to help her. And we're trying to help each other right now, but I want to be like in a stage where I want to be the provider. And I think this is a godly way. And I think that if we have the right intentions to that, and you really want to be as a man, be that so provider for a woman, that God will give you the resources and the knowledge and the experiments and the finance ability to do that if your heart is right, you know? So I'm getting a little bit off topic here, you know, but this is what I wanted to talk about, okay? You're a woman, act like a woman. All these things out there, and this is the last thing I want to say really quickly. All these things out there when it comes to the movie entertainment and all these things. You know what? At the end of the day, it's nothing wrong with that. But don't take this as a personal privilege saying that, oh, if this is just a movie, okay? This is just a fictional movie, a story, and you can do any story you want. You know, we can write fantasy movies, and you know sometimes there's a strong female, there's a strong man. But stop to personalize it that this is who you are and identify yourself with that, because that's what's gonna boast your ego, and you're gonna carry it on in life, and you act like a woman. You're not supposed to be a woman like that. You're supposed to be a loving and caring and humble and loving woman, okay? And this is your true strength, by the way, okay? That's the last thing I want to say, okay? Your kindness, humbleness, and gentleness and lovingness is your strength. It is not your weakness. It is actually your weakness if you act like a man. And it is your weakness as a man if you act like a woman. That's your weakness, okay? If you're a man, act like a man. If you're a woman, act like a woman. How does a woman act? Loving, kind, submissive, humble, supporting, listening to her husband, supporting, nurturing her children, taking care of the home. That's a woman. And it's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. It is not disgusting or anything like that. And it is not. We've been lied to. You as female, you have been lied to. Okay? And you as a man, you have to do your role, okay? Be a provider, be strong, be protective, take care of your woman, protect her, defend her, okay? Be there for her, be a man, okay? Be strong, don't be weak, don't be out there like dressed like a woman, okay? Be a man, you know, grow your beard, all right? So, with that said, that's what I wanted to talk about, and this is a message today. I know it was a little longer today, but I appreciate you guys listening to it. And if you guys have any questions or comments, you know, please leave it in the section below. I would really appreciate it. I will read them. I may not always be able to answer those, but I will read them. I promise that. Okay. And with that said, guys, if you like what you hear, make sure you subscribe and share and like. With that said, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.
Innocent love.